a carton of eggs and placing them on the railing. "What are you doing, Trev, making us omelets?" Jamie asked. "I'll have mine poached," Sophia said, taking her phone back out. "No, we're going to play a little game." He handed them each an egg. "Moving cars. Windshields are 20 points. Roofs are 10. First one to 50 wins." "Wins what?" Sophia wanted to know, still scrolling. Trevor took out an Amazon gift card. Jamie looked away toward the hidden ocean. "Fine," Jamie said. "But you guys already have credit cards." Sophia just shrugged. Trevor spun around and whooped. "How do we fall for his crap so easily?" Jamie whispered to Sophia. "Dunno. Always been that way." The first car that went by was a vintage Land Rover. All three of them launched an egg toward the street, but the SUV was long gone before the eggs smashed onto the pavement, each yolk a yellow blob glowing in the dark. Trevor howled like a sick dog. "At least we're doing something. You feel it? That's blood running through your veins." As he distributed the second round of eggs, he took on the role of a commentator, as if it was a major sporting event. "Showing promise from Greenwich, Connecticut is Sophia Longarms, and right on her tail is Shorty J, who is not yoking around." They heard another vehicle coming. It was a pickup truck. Trevor and Sophia hurled their eggs, but Jamie just dropped his onto the roof. "WTF, Jamestown? You got a limp wrist?" Trevor spat his nickname for Jamie with contempt, a bad taste in his mouth. "I dropped it by accident," Jamie lied. "Fine. 10 points for me." Trevor downed the rest of his second beer and let out a sharp burp. "Gross," Sophia said. Jamie gave her a look of agreement, as if he'd never do such a thing. The street below was quiet. Vapors rose off the pavement. Jamie looked across the shuttered, vaulted rooftops of the homes around them, some whose spires stuck out through the fog. This could be an English village, he said to no one in particular. "Maybe that's why they call it New England," Sophia said, "due to the resemblance." Trevor passed out the eggs again, and Sophia said, "One more and I'm out." "Come on, Longarms." "Yeah, me too, this is dumb," Jamie added. Trevor looked at both of them, slowly shaking his head. But then his eyes widened at the sound of another car coming. An old Mustang. The three of them got into position, like it was an actual sport. The sound of the car got louder as it approached, and Trevor yelled, "Now!" They all released the eggs at the same time, which sailed perfectly, like a trio of arced missiles programmed to attack a target. There was something beautiful about that moment, like time slowing down, until another sound came that made Sophia scream. A piercing screech of tires. The car jerked to the right, swerving into a tree with a deafening crunch on impact. Jamie jumped back, repeating the word "no" softly, under his breath, over and over. Trevor lurched forward, holding the railing. Sophia hugged herself, her jaw slack. Then, a bone-chilling silence. There was no more laughter from downstairs, just the tick and hiss of the Mustang's engine, dying. The windshield crumpled inward, as if punched by a giant. The body of the car hugged the tree, and smoke from the engine ascended through the leaves. The three of them stood there, frozen, waiting. 10 months later. Chapter 1. Jamie. As he walked around the bend to the more private part of the beach, he could just make out a girl in the distance. She was sitting on a bench in the middle of a long stretch of faded wooden stairs that meandered down from the cliff walk. He didn't want to come back to the island, and had been happy when his parents told him they were going to stay in Connecticut, but his Aunt Gia was renting a cottage in Sconset, and they insisted he go and stay with her for the summer. Of course, his parents didn't know what had happened at the end of last summer. He had thought about turning himself in 1,000,000 times. The memory was like a pebble he'd swallowed, that only he could feel, deep in his gut. It couldn't stay there forever. He looked up at the white puffy clouds smattering the deep blue sky. A single cloud could weigh more than 1,000,000 pounds.